Alrighty, we're at Little Wild Horse Canyon. And it says the most popular hike in San Rafael Swell. And it's just past 8, and there's already 4 cars in the lot. So I suspect it does get pretty busy here during the day. But kind of a beautiful spot right here behind Goblin Valley. Right before you get into Goblin Valley, you veer off to the right, and you go about 6 miles and end up here. So let's see what this is all about. This is a top 100 Utah hike, so it should be pretty good. We're also going to be doing this counterclockwise, because that's how all trails has it going. So that's what we're going to do. So far the trail's starting out nice and open. Okay, so we're about half a mile in, and I think this is the first taste of what we're expecting on this hike. Sure. Okay, so we are 0.6 miles in, according to all trails, according to my watch. Here's the sign up here. Little Wild Horse Canyon to the right, Bell Canyon to the left. We're going counterclockwise, so we're hooking our right. Even with the shade at 8 a.m., it is toasty in here. Okay. Oh, maybe she'll even sneak under. Harley, right here. I'm ready. There you go. Come on. Good girl. Go up. Okay, hold on. Okay, so now just shy of 2 miles, and I will say that this is pretty challenging as far as scrambling goes and squeezing in between the cracks. It's definitely doable, but something to know. I have had to pick up Harley a couple times to get her either around an obstacle or to the next section. Like, probably like this one's a little much for her. Boom. But that's the benefit of having a 14-pound dog. Okay, so now we're at 2 miles. It's opened up a little bit. Still pretty narrow, but definitely really enjoyable. Whew, that last bit was a doozy. I've done 2.54 miles and it's taken me about an hour. So 2.5 miles an hour. Kind of slow, but we'll see if we pick it up here. If it stays like this, we should be pretty good. Nice. Just under 3 miles and it really just opens up quite a bit. Three and a quarter mile, and it's definitely looking like it's getting narrow again. Harley's got it. Come here. Nice. This one here is quite the doozy. I don't know if you can see, but you gotta climb up that. I did it with the dog, but it might be pretty tough for some. We're only approaching the 4 mile mark, so it should be about halfway before we go back into, what is it, Bell's Canyon? And I would say from this point, it hasn't been that narrow, but there's been quite a few step ups. And in the morning here, definitely now we're in the sun and you could definitely feel it heating up, but still really enjoyable. Awesome hike. All right, mile 4.73. Looks like we come to a split. I see on all trails you can go to the right there, but Bell Canyon to the left. We are going to the left. Found some shade here in Bell Canyon. Definitely the stretch that cuts across before you start turning back towards the parking area is all sun, no shade, so something to be mindful of when you come out here. Well, finally found a decent place to stop, find some shade off trail. I mean, the trail's right there, but it is just hot and open and desert. So we're sitting here for a second. We're at mile 7.02, so should have just about a mile and a half left. Definitely hot, so keep that in mind if you're coming out here. That stretch when you exit the Little Wild Horse Canyon and come into Bell Canyon is basically wide open, exposed in the sun, so pretty hot. I'm hoping once we get around this bend here that the Bell Canyon kind of narrows and has some shade, but we shall see. Either way, awesome scenery. Shade. Certainly narrows here, and we're pretty close to the exit. I think if you're doing this in the summer and you're starting off early, I think your best bet is to do it clockwise and not do what All Trails says, because these canyon walls, while here it's high and narrow, so it's blocking the sun, but for the most part it's really wide and exposed. So if you start and do this early, you will have the sun still on the east, because we're on the west side of this trail. So the sun will still be rising and you'll be blocked, and all of this will be shaded. Granted, you have a steeper incline getting to Little Wild Horse, but still I think it's worth it just to get out of the sun. And then even if the sun is above you when you're in Little Wild Horse, because it's so narrow, you only have a very small chance of getting the sunlight inside there. So definitely in the summer, do this clockwise, not counterclockwise. And there you have it, folks. This bend right here takes us back out onto the same trail we came in on, and the car is probably about a quarter mile away. We did it. Little Wild Horse Canyon and Bell Canyon Loop.